I have been so hard on the New York Giants for a long, long time. The minute the NFL draft happened, I said, what are you doing? I said I would have drafted Sam Darnold. Remember, it seemed like a big mistake to me that the Giants passed on Sam Darnold. Eli Manning is 37 years old. His play is declining. I thought it was a big mistake for the Giants to pass on Sam Darnold. Now, all that being said, though, I want to give the Giants some credit. I have not given the Giants credit in a long, long time. I've been incredibly hard on them. So I want to talk about their offseason because they really significantly improved this offseason. The first thing I love the Giants did this offseason when they added their new head coach, Pat Shurmur from the Minnesota Vikings. From day one, the things I've read recently about the Giants is that he came into the locker room and has been changing the culture. Remember, the Giants' culture last year was awful. Eli Apple, a corner, was getting called out by his players, and players were calling him cancer in the locker room. The locker room last year for the New York Giants was a mess. Apparently, Pat Shurmur is fixing things. That's awesome. But they didn't just add a good coach and change the culture. They added left tackle Nate Solder. They upgraded the offensive line. They got a fantastic new running back, Saquon Barkley. I admit, he's the best running back in the draft. I criticize the Giants for drafting him, but he's going to be a great player nonetheless. And now all their wide receivers are healthy. They signed Odell Beckham Jr. to a long-term deal. I don't hate the Giants this year. I think the perception of me is that I hate the Giants. I don't. They massively improved. They're a much better team this year than last year. But when I say they're better, I'm going to give you an inch. Don't take a mile. If I say I'll drive you to the store, don't ask on the right way to the store if I'll drive you to Taco Bell, your girlfriend's house, the library, yada, yada. I'm going to take you to the store. I'm going to give you a little bit of credit. Don't take it too far. I think it's unreasonable for Giants fans to say we're going to go from 3-13 last year to making the playoffs, maybe winning a Super Bowl. Giants fans that talk about the Super Bowl right now are delusional. I just, that's too far. But I got to give them some credit. I was pretty hard on them in my prediction show. I think the Giants could go 8-8. I do. I think the Giants have massively improved their roster, even with Eli Manning, who I think is a bad quarterback. But I think it's interesting. Eli Manning has a ton of help now. He has a great offensive coach, Pat Shurmur, who helped get the best out of Case Keenum. He has a great new running back, a left tackle. Receivers are healthy. Got Odell Beckham Jr. signed. If Eli Manning can't make it happen this year, he's done. I'm already out on him. I don't believe in him. But if he can't make it happen, I hope the Giants cut him or something, because he has every reason to be successful. If he doesn't, he's a bum. Why is Eli Manning still there? The reason why Eli Manning is still in New York, and the reason why every Giants fan defends him for years to go, is because they say, well, Eli Manning won us a Super Bowl. 2 Super Bowls. Okay, that's great. But that's the past. And the past is over. What was Eli Manning like last year without Odell Beckham Jr.? He was bad. He wasn't good. I mean, he wasn't the worst, but he wasn't high level. He wasn't a quarterback I'd be proud to call my quarterback. It's not good. The Giants are a much, much better team this year. The pressure's on Eli Manning. He's 37 years old. I would have drafted Sam Darnold. I would have moved on from Eli Manning if I was the Giants. But they said, you know what? We're going to support Eli Manning. We're going to invest in him. Look, the Giants upgraded their roster. They're a much better team this year than they were last year. But I don't buy Eli Manning. That's my hang-up. I'm sorry, Giants fans. I love your team. I think your team is great. I like your head coach. I like your roster. I don't buy Eli. I just don't believe in Eli. And look, week 5 or 6, I'll come back and revisit this topic. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm willing to be wrong. But I think it's also possible that week 13, 12, 11, Giants fans are calling for Eli Manning to be cut. Because if he really struggles, that's a mess. Because they've given him every opportunity. They've given him every tool. But I want to give Giants credit. Again, the point of this topic was to say the Giants did improve. The Giants are better. I think I predicted them to go 4-12 or 3-13. That's too harsh. They're a better team than that. Their roster is much better. And their culture is better because they got rid of Ben McAdoo. So, Giants fans, I owe you an apology. I was a little too harsh. And I hope we can still be friends. You probably hate me. That's fine. I don't buy Eli Manning. That's a big deal for you guys. But they're much better this year than they were last year. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my show, Strong Opinion Sports. It's my pride and joy. I'm very proud of it. If you're new to Strong Opinion Sports, you can subscribe to it on iTunes, SoundCloud, on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube, or you can find more shorter breakout videos like the one you just watched. And if you like what I had to say, maybe you hate what I had to say, share this with your friends. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about the show. My name is Zach Schaumler. Have a great day.